Welcome back to the NDS. We are here at Darlington for race 19. Quick look down qualifying. And back up the boards we go. We are ready for the most cursed race of the season. Everybody's got themselves a different ride. Zent in 35 on pole. Outside pole being Ben McDonald's 99. Seto's 51. Hyperdrive's 19. And everyone else behind is going to get ready to take the green flag to kick off the cursed 500. It's cursed because everybody's not where they're supposed to be. Darlington's going to be a tricky track to get right. Tank Gunner's 88. Everybody getting through the first couple turns. Now Seto up to second at Zent's leading. Here comes the 51. Seto fighting on the inside. Zent's able to get up there a little too high for the 35. And they're still going side by side for the lead. Here comes Ben McDonald in that 99. I think the 51's going to get it here. Ben up to second. Seto out front. Hyperdrive. Fighting Tank Gunner up there. Got the 43 Misty Viper way in the wall back there. The top three aren't really battling for it. Toad Warriors 44. Settling in line pretty well. Decent position right now. Hyperdrive's got a pretty good drive right now. Some drivers just really far back. The mix of numbers that are all so out of place. Krugemeyer, Canadian Lux, they're both trying to pass the 14 of Esri. Kind of holding everyone up, but top 10 runs so far for the 14 team. Nothing to really sneeze at. Canadian Lux going high, 24. Racing Fan getting past that one racer. There's been some movement for the lead. Ben McDonald has taken point and Zent's to second. Seto remains in third. And 99 leads the train around. Yeah, he got the pace car. Whoops. Tank Gunner's right there in fourth. Like, I don't think it's going to be an easy win if he can get it, but he has a shot for it. A little bit further back, you see some positions being exchanged. Misty Viper. The Puff has run pretty well, battling Fred Jones for a spot in the top 20. Very solid battle between these two. The 11 is trying to get up there. You see Brogan just about knocked the wall down back there. That's tough sledding. Jake in the 9. Zent's up there just watching Ben McDonald run this one away. Oh, Toad Warrior just about knocked the wall down and almost wrecked the car, but he saves it. Tiger Man's 34 is going to get around him, or at least try to. Tiger Man having a good race right now. Keeping with the group he's with. Well, redundancy. That's probably about the best thing you could ask for right now. 43 falling back a little bit more. KSS in the number 3, doing a pretty good job. Ringo not having the best run in the Arby's machine there. Everybody's just trying to pass the 14 up there. Ezra not really leveraging the entire track and is kind of hemorrhaging spots right now, but still early. A chance to turn that around. As Ben McDonald now has about a second lead right now. Go back, a little further back. Mizzou's trying to run up. Eric Monaco has a good run. Relatively, 25th is all right, but a pass is a pass. I believe he's ahead of the 86, who's pretty far back. Born Ready and RS Fast and 11 are both kind of in the doldrums right now. Kyle D 17. Drivers coming off the corner. It's insane. Where is that 86? Oh, problems for Angel Mafia early. Might have been unscheduled pit stop for the 86 to put that team a lap down. That is going to be very difficult to recover from. Especially with Ben McDonald in your car running you down, 2 down. That's got to be like the worst. So top 4 have kind of settled in. Tank Gunner taking 5th from Tiger Man. Hyperdrive and Canadian Lux both running down that 34, trying to make a pass. Field gets spread out. Really is trying the best you can. Hyperdrive down low, looking for something. I believe he's going to get away from that 24, but 34 is going to get away from him. So it kind of spreads it all out just a little bit further. I saw Racing Fan fall back a bit. Yeah, he's definitely... Well, he's in 11th now, which Ringo's trying to make the pass there. I believe Brogan's been having a little bit rough today. Ezra KSS. That's what Jake's running up on both of them. The 9 just looks so much better here, come to life. Or that 3 may have just had a really bad corner. And we have our first caution of the day. Ben McDonald is going to take the yellow here. Oh, Butter Pants. What happened? Oh, what the hell? Okay, so Butter Pants. It was RBV that came up. RBV saved it off Fred Jones, but Butter Pants, the 41 minimizing contact, and at this point the 01 is just along for the ride. Born Ready flips the 01, as you saw Nick Breeding barely avoided the hitting the 38. So the 0-1 is on his lid, back up the track, and just gets hit by Jonick Sully in the 13. Really tough stuff. It looks like Born Ready and the rest of his gang was able to get through. We'll see. Yeah, you can see RBV basically has to hit. RBV hit the inside wall trying to save that one in the 20. But right there, you see Nick Breeding just drive right through it as a terrible flip for Butterpants. Jonick Sully not really dodging it, kind of just slamming into it as well. There goes 86. And Ben McDonald is going to be there. I believe everybody pitted. Oh, Born Ready has some pretty big damage on that 38, so that's not good. RS Fast and 11 looks like he's pretty fine. Not much damage on that one. RBV might be a little banged up. And Zentz may have dropped some spots on pit road. So the 35 marred back there. The 16 of that one racer came up with a pretty good pit stop. See everybody else getting around to lining up to the back there. All right. So here's everybody. 39 cars on the lead lap. Born Ready got some big damage there. A lot of drivers in the back. Landon 62, not running well. So Jonick Sully and Butterpants are out of the race. Angel Madfia is going to be one lap down. It's going to be tough. The 86, not really having a day. So Seto's in second. Probably one of the best chances for her to take her first career win. Same with Tank Gunner, sitting third. Canadian Lux needs a big win in fourth. And that one racer, well, he just won last week, but would it hurt for him to win again? All right. Ben McDonald, take it away. Back to green. Alrighty, the inside lane is there. That's what Angel's going to try to have to run the inside, but it is just not working. Seto pulls out for second, and the lapper gets between Tank and his other positions he needs to pass for. Canadian Lux sliding back a bit. That one racer settles into another spot. As Ben McDonald has to hold off the 51. See the big spectator cam. The narrowness of Darlington really is a challenge for our drivers. And look at this. Seto trying to go for the lead here. A 51 is there. Ben McDonald up the track a bit. Tank Gunner's in third. As Seto leads him off. On lap 25 of 85. Tank looking for second. 88 is there. Battle for fourth between that one racer and Zentz. A little further back, Ringo has made up some good spots. He's up to sixth. Top 10 back to hyperdrive in the 19. That lapper of Angel is really giving the battle to Ben, but the top two are pulling away. Neither of these top two have a career win, so both of them are going to be fighting for their lives. Can Tank prevail, or will he have to settle for second again? Meanwhile, Seto way out there. That one racer is taking third. The 16 moving up. Ringo trying to enter the top 5 with the run around the outside of Zentz. And look at Racing Fan. He's just sitting kind of comfortably in 8th right now. Good run for that 8. Krugemeyer, Hyperdrive, just outside the top 10. It's CS Fastlane 11. Didn't get to talk about him that much. He's doing just AO fine. As Hyper begins to look low. Thing is, momentum really does come in for this track. Like, you run up to the wall. That is where you want to be. However, Seto has a 1-second lead over Tank Gunner. No one else really making the gangs. Esri still holding off Team Duke and the Puff. Seems like that 14's been on defense for so long. RS Fast and 11 making a slow, methodical drive up the field. He's in the top 20 now. Kind of looking for more, especially after the disappointment of Eldora. Kyle D's making a charge as well. Mizzou having a bad season, hold him off. And there goes the Puff. The Puff is going the wrong way. He just about demolished the wall through turn 2. East Slemp right behind. Nick Breeding in the top 25. That's not much more you can ask for, but his aspirations are win big, so that's what he's going to be hoping for. Brogan falling back. Toad Warrior must have had a really big slump on that pit stop. He's back to about 27th as we see RBV returning from his pit stall. He's going to be right in front of Fred Jones, but Monaco can't capitalize. Not the best run for the rookies, as RBV is going to be a lap down, or 3 laps down. Okay, that's a position for Angel Madfia to make. And the 4 of Derek Baum is also out of the race. Okay, that's great. Caddy King and Misty Viper near each other, trying to battle for 29th. Looking at the ticker here. Ringo's up to 3rd. That concerns me. That 15 has speed, which is a sentence that I am never going to say for the remainder of the season after this Darlington race. With the 88 of Tank Gunner, may not have as much sauce, but closing back in on Seto, so yeah, surrounded by the wares. And Ben McDonald is clobbering down the wall. This time, he's on the back foot, so the 99 is losing positions pretty rapidly here. Not the best thing that this team wants to see. I think Ben McDonald's settling back into around 12th, I want to say. With Tiger Man taking a top 10 position and immediately losing it to Krugemeyer. That's still a pretty good race for Racing Fan. I just can't say for anything else. But I think Tank Gunner has come alive. That 88's there. And also, I kind of think the track position that Angel Madfia had by restarting up front has kept him being the first car 1 lap down. I know he wants to race his way back into the lead lap. That is ambitious. But you'd have to pass Seto first. And Seto has been kind of controlling this race. Let's go on board with Tank Gunner. And you just see, like, that's Darlington for you. The bankment up top has created a line for you to walk a tightrope. And you don't want to mess this up. Tank is up the track a bit. because he's also under fire. A little higher entry into 3 could be a bit rough. No, he's got no like attacking happening here. As Ringo and Racer do battle for 3rd. You know who's really once again on the defense is this time Racing Fan. He's got himself in 8th and not wanting to give up the positions. That's kind of how you do it here, but Jake looking low. Ben McDonald gets out of line, trying for some spots. Tiger Man's never really had that impressive of a day. Frosty Wusky's 42. I mean, a good run at Eldora is fine, but kind of flopping a little bit here. RS Fast in 11. His ascent kind of flopped lined at about 17th position here. Currently trying to deal with whatever the fuck Esri's got going on. CS Fast in 11 made a pass on Ben around the high side. And CS is running pretty well. I thought Tank was going to try and take the lead, but he just didn't. Meanwhile, Racing Fan in the wall. He's taking fire from all angles. 3 wide in the corner with Krugemeyer. Oh, someone's got to give, and I think the 34 just powers around the high side. That's going to be spots inside the top 10 exchanged. Racer just falling back to 4th. Zentz is still running top 5, but I think Angel's really starting to feel the effects of just not having the firepower of the guys around you. Hyperdrive, 6th place. Pretty solidly 6th place, too. As the gap back to the 24 is not the best, not the worst. As Ringo is taking command of 2nd place. So now it's going to be the 15 and the 51. But the problem is that's going to be a gap of about 2.9 seconds. You're going to have to make that up. I mean, look, this really is the cursed 500. You got 2 schemes that are exactly the same running 1-2 right now. That is, couldn't have wrote that any better myself. We're not scripted, by the way. This is a completely accidental improv. Don't get it twisted. Like you can believe what you want to believe. I'm not the thought police. I'll just call you wrong if I see someone being wrong. But what's correct is Hyperdrive entering the top 5. He really wants to have a good run here. It's just been kind of frustrating watching slop winner after slop winner. And so far, the top 2 are basically anything but. Oh, would you look at that? Tiger Man's in the top 10. Making a good pass on Krugemeyer. Power around the top. So far, so good. Frosty Wusky hasn't had it the best. Team Duke. Like, all these drivers here, the 67, the 5, and the 42, are being piloted by drivers who just need to count points to make the playoffs. And I don't think either of them are having the best days right now. So that becomes very frustrating. I think what's more frustrating is RS just sees this car, sees the 41 go out and get himself a banger at Eldora. He goes to take the reins and he's running pretty poo-poo right now. 16th is, yeah. Mizzou and Esri having a side-by-side. But I think Mizzou really lost momentum on exit, so Esri's going to hold the spot. KSS-BSS with a bit of wall damage, and Brogan rounding out the top 20. Doing another through the field, because why not? Toad Warrior, he's there. 21st. Kyle D. Who the fuck just tore the wall down? Dr. Jr. Yeah, Nick Breeding's not going to like that one. That's top 25 right there. Queso, another fancy driver. Caddy King running 27th. That's all right, but, you know, back marker. East Slump is there. RBV's few laps down. The Puff is falling his way back to 29th. Eric Monaco settling in to 30th. Just needs to have a bit more of a good day here. Darkest Presence not really running well. Dirtman 5 back there. BS Fastlane 11 struggling. Fred Jones, Billy Mays, you know, the usual suspects are back here. I think that's 36 on the lead lap back to Landon, I want to say. Yeah. Yeah, Born Ready just got lapped. So, yeah, 36 on the lead lap. The 38 of Born Ready is not having a day right now. And couple that with just how good the leader is. That is a 4.2 second gap that Ringo is not overcoming. In fact, he is hemorrhaging violently right now. Gap to the leader. So this race is basically all but Seto's, in case anything were to happen. Born Ready pulls off the track, back down pit road. Honestly, I don't know what you're going to do if you're this 38 team. It just looks like the day is lost. That's going to be a position for Angel, though. So, yay if you're the 86. Tiger Man, Jake, they're running close to each other. The 9 is like the dog days of the race. They're long, drawn-out sequences. And I'm not sure, because they pitted on that caution. They might need to make another stop. This race is not super long, but above average in length for a race where the lap times are around 30 seconds. I think that one racer might be struggling here a bit. Oh, I think they're coming in. I think they're coming in this time. Got some green flag pit stops to make. Seto is in. Oh, what the hell? Ringo coming out of his pit box. Eric Monaco going into his pit box. That creates a bit of a problem for the 78 of Monaco. I didn't think this pit road would be treacherous, but it happens. Hyperdrive stayed out. He led a lap. He's coming down this time. Zentz is in this time. Angel's coming in. There goes Jake, Frosty Wusky, RS, Nick Breeding. So if these drivers are trying to count fuel on the bean counter, then if it becomes fuel mileage, they'll have the best chances of getting good finishes. Ringo's back out there, lap 53, kind of running 1 and 2 right now. Seto's coming off pit road. And Ringo made up some ground on Seto. Still green. We may have seen some uncalled shenanigans here. But whatever. Got the guys coming off pit road now. I think Hyperdrive leading the force. Plenty of drivers have bad stops going a lap down, so lap traffic's going to be a bitch. You see Hyperdrive exiting now, but Seto's all the way in 3. Ringo, BS Fast in 11 coming off pit road to get lapped. The 56 of East Slamp running 28th, barely on the lead lap. So some drivers did not have the stops they wanted. I'd say let's take a look at those who had some unfortunate stops. Tiger Man did not have a good stop. Monaco actually kind of made it work despite the fact that he had the damage from the pit road hit there. BS Fast and 11's the first one on the lap down. I'm just doing the lap down cars. Racing Fan did not have a good stop. That really is going to muddy the waters there. Kyle D, Esri, all kind of in the same struggle boat. KSS BSS, a day that could have been, but not really. Dirtman 5 did not have a good stop. Billy Mays, he's in that struggle camp there. Fred Jones is there. Look at how wide they're going. They're passing the 20. RS Fast 11 making up spots, but good God, the amount of lap traffic. That RBV is slow. I didn't realize how slow the 20 is. Maybe he hasn't pit yet. I mean, he was 3 laps down prior to green flag pit stop, so what the fuck? And everybody on the lead lap, he's swearing that 20, though. Queso putting a good move, 3 wide bottom, just to pass this guy. Good God. That one racer's in third, but he's 7 seconds back from the lead. That's not winning pace right there. Not even close. Tank Gunner, Hyperdrive. This is for 4th. I want to see if the drive can get another spot here. Well, he got lap traffic ahead, so that might work out for you. Some of the drivers had a good pit stop. They just are the ones who really made up the gravy. Although to be fair, the on-track action might be more for what you come here for. That one racer coming up on Racing Fan. Not the best stop for some of these drivers. The lap down guys here. BS is a lap down. Anyone else got lapped? Darkest Presence and Eastlamp both got lapped already. Who's the last car on the lead lap? Landon, Dr. Jr., and the 51's right there. Eric Monaco's in 24th, and he's almost a lap down. Watch out. Here comes the leader. Oh, no, they have earbuds in. They can't hear you. Darkest Presence is trying to get his lap back. I mean, hey, there's no rule on how hard he could race the leader, so look at all this lap traffic that the 51 is in. That's a gaggle of cars. And RBV is right there. Okay, he's pitting. Thank God. Get that shitbox off the track. Did Ringo make up any time that lap because of how slow the 20 was? That's about a second and a half. That's terrible for Seto. Ringo can actually run up and get this. He's back there. Eastlamp trying the high side. Landon's holding him off. No, not anymore. Not anymore, the 62 is. That's tough. Okay, let me talk about something. Because I saw Born Ready decide to take the car in because he couldn't drive it anymore. I saw Derek Baum in the 4 out of the race because of something that happened, and I see skid marks on the back straightaway. I think I could put 2 and 2 together, but we'll see it after the race. Meanwhile, Seto is pulling out every swear word in the book at these lap traffic cars because, God forbid, Ringo's coming, but Ringo also has to pass those lappers. You see all 3 of them right there. It is not going to be easy for the 15. And yeah, 1, 2, 3 on a line. We see the margin now grows to about 1.19, up from 1.16. I believe that's Eastlamp in the 56 down there. Darkest Presence 36 is not doing Ringo any favors. Look, everybody's just trying their best out here, but sometimes the best just ain't enough. You can see who's barely on the lead lap. Eric Monaco has dropped a lot of time. I think we got someone in the wall up there. No, he's off the wall. Seto, Dr. Jr.'s next. Let's take a look at, actually, I want to see the 51 make the pass on the 6 like that. Canadian Lux, pretty far back. Tank Gunner has just been kind of doing where he is. Look at Team Duke. Team Duke in the top 10. That's not bad. And Toad Warrior redeemed himself on a good pit stop. So kudos to the 44 team for really pulling this one out. And Ringo is now dealing with the lap traffic now. BS Fast 11 actually has a pretty good run compared to the other lappers. The problem is he's a lap down too. Eric Monaco in the 78. You know what? I feel like all things considered, this is probably like the best case scenario for the 24 team. Every other rookie has not had a good Darlington, so he's probably sitting pretty handsomely there. Dr. Jr. and Landon just about wrecked each other off of 4 that time. What the fuck? Oh, Monaco in the wall. Yeah, Monaco's going to go a lap down here. I'd say just cede the position. Don't make it any more difficult. Because what do you got? The 86 of Angel Madfia is 1 lap down pretty handsomely. RBV's been hitting the wall going pretty slow. Esri's a lap down there somewhere. Then John X solely wrecked. So the 78 just kind of limping to the end here and taking what he can get. Oh, we got a spin. It's the Puff. No call. Oh, that's going to be a bit controversial. The Puff goes a lap down. Yeah, apparently the racing line is up there, and the Towers kind of got their fingers in their ass on that one. So the 11, not going to like that one. We'll have to mark that one down as a we will see what happens after the fact. Racing fan in the wall. Man, these guys back here, they are just... They just feel exhausted. That's just the only way I can describe it, is exhausted racing this high groove track pretty much all damn day. Ringo has darkest presence in Monaco. The problem is he can't make any headway there, so that's just going to be free real estate for Seto. But that's a free position for when the 11 spun. They got a spot, so that's pretty cool. Caddy King has been on the lead lap for a while. That's a pretty solid run for the 33 team. They had a good pit stop. They kept it safe. I'm not sure what the incident with the 11 was, but like we'll see. RBV's there as well, so nothing really to say about that. And coming to 10 to go with inline restarts. Couple that with just how few lead lap cars there are, just mixing it up. I do think this race has kind of been a cinch for the 51 team. That one racer and Hyperdrive, they're battling a shit ton of lappers and each other for third, and could probably try to get second from Ringo. There's just so many cars packed into a spot. Kyle D in the 17 not really having a time. Hyperdrive's going to try the high side. There he goes. BS Fast 11 gave him that lane. Nice and easy. Another driver I would say has having a pretty decent run is Mizzou. In that 60, you see him in the 16th position on the leaderboard. He's been able to hold himself above the top 30 in points. So if not enough unique winners show up, then that 78, or, well, normally in the 78, forget this is fucking Darlington where everybody gets all rearrangey. Mizzou, the driver, should stay above the top 30 in points. He'll be good. Hyperdrive just overdrove that corner. He's hard in the wall. He's fucking Ross Chastating that bitch. I mean, it did kind of fail him there at the end, but I saw him hanging there. These are some frustrated as fuck drivers. That one racer in third, just lap traffic ahoy. Ringo in second. That's Eric Monaco. The gap has gotten to about 4 seconds. Oh, and RPV blew up. RPV, what are you doing? Get out of the way! Oh my god, you just have some of those days where your driver just performs so mimetically bad that it becomes a punchline. And honestly, look, RBV, you're 5 laps down. I think he's just going to pull it in and call it a day. I don't really know what else to say about that one. And the 20, yeah, it's done. Ringo, at this point, Ringo is trying to hold off second. The gap has become a bit retarded. As Canadian Lux is 24, runs pretty well. Top 5 run for him. Hyperdrive has solid points that he's calling on. So we're getting down here, 6 to go. It's just this huge group. We got another decently big group back there. The Tank Gunners 88, not really having the best time. More lap traffic battles than anything. The Puff has just been kind of dropping spots down to 34th. Toad Warrior. Zentz rounds out the top 10. Team Duke couldn't quite hold on to it. 11th. Then CS and RS currently running 12th and 13th respectively. Krugemeyer might try for a spot near the end. Ben McDonald, disappointing 15th. Brogan's up to 16th. Mizzou, a top 20 run. Nick Breeding and Tiger Man, that's 18th and 19th respectively. Queso rounds out the top 20. Misty Viper in 21st. Caddy King sitting 22nd. That's 22 cars in the lead lap. So, I mean, Seto's right there. Not sure what else you're going to do about it. The gap has gotten to about 6 seconds. This is going to be one of the biggest one-sided mollywhoppings in series history. That one racer trying for second, but Ringo might try and run away from him. Oh! Ringo's pitting! Does the fuel mileage have something to say about this race? With 3 to go, now the question becomes, does Seto have the fuel to make it? Oh my god. The 51 is going to try and stretch it as much as she can. Racer now sits second. I'm not sure if that was a Ringo thing or a field issue, but Seto is trying to save everything she can. Disappointing end for Ringo there on that unscheduled pit stop. Or maybe it might have been scheduled. Maybe it might have been. Now, it's on. The 51 has to make it. Racer second. Hyper third. There's Ringo's disappointing day coming in. Hyperdrive, he's staying out for third. Racer stays out for second. The white flag is out. We have a few extra pitters coming down. That's Queso, Misty Viper. So a few drivers not really being able to hang with the fuel. These cameras don't give me a good view of pit road for shit. And coming to the line, Seto is going to get her first career win at Darlington. Tough break for Misty there. I think Queso also, we had a few drivers that had a bit of not quite making it on fuel scenarios there. That's going to really flip the script on some of these runs. And Queso crosses the line. Caddy King will be scored as finishing the race. Misty Viper, Queso had it bad. That was a tough break at the end there. Now we got a couple of housekeeping things to take a look at. First off, Le Puff. Let's take a look. I think this is it. I think both the Puff and Caddy King were in the wall there. Both of them on the wall. And, oh, contact off RBV just sends him into a full course skid. So the 11 in a pretty interesting no call. What happened to the 4 of Derek Baum? This was like on the restart. Oh, okay. So he's also like marinating the wall with his right side. Oh, same thing happened. Misty Viper. Oh, RBV was in a full body spin. That's the unscheduled pit stop off the 20 of RBV. Derek Baum took a hit that forced him out of the race, and RBV took an unscheduled pit stop. So a lot of mayhem going on back there. A lot of mayhem indeed. So that's that. And here's our final results. Everybody getting the best finish they probably could. Some of those drivers were able to save the fuel there. That is all we have for this race. We'll see you next time. Take care.